so similar they could be identical. The other thing about remembering everything is the sad knowledge that almost all of what's in my head is unnecessary junk. To get through life, you barely need to remember anything, let alone every single word of a 5,000-word article on the reintroduction of protein into the post-World War II Japanese diet, or all of the end credits for all of the Star Wars movies. When Google came along, I thought finally everyone would feel what it's like to be me. But all it did was make people remember less. Having said that, I have noticed that when people look something up on Wikipedia, they tend to actually remember it. I'm guessing that a certain kind of curiosity triggers your brain to secrete chemicals that cement your newly learned facts in your brain. I actually went a bit crazy in my late 20s and started avoiding any situation where I'd see words. Not just books and magazines and street signage, but words in the online world as well. Imagine remembering every scattershot piece of junk you've ever seen on even the most basic trip down the rabbit hole. You'd go mad. I thought the cure for my soul was to focus on nature, plants and animals and soil. But without words and language to occupy me, my brain started overcompensating. Soon the landscapes and buildings around me started to explode into astonishing levels of detail. Noticing insects everywhere was the worst of it. And stains, and flaws, and bruises, scratches. The faces and animals I saw in the clouds. I reached a crisis point when I was walking past a souvenir store near the weekend flea market. I turned my head and saw someone revolving one of those racks full of miniature license plates with kids' names on them. I did not want to see this. Abigail, Addison, Aiden, Alexa, Alexander, Alexis, Allison, Alyssa, Amelia, Angel, Andrew, Anna, Anthony, Ashley, Aubrey, Ava, Avery, Bella, Brandon, Braden, Brianna, Brooklyn, Carter, Charlotte, Chloe, Christian, Christopher, Connor, Daniel, David, Dylan, Elijah, Elizabeth, Ella, Emily, Emma, Ethan, Evan, Evelyn, Gabriel, Gavin, Grace, Haley, Isabella, Isaac, Isaiah, Jack, Jackson, Jacob, James, Jaden, John, Jonathan, Jordan, Joseph, Joshua, Justin, Kayla, Kaylee, Landon, Layla, Leah, Liam, Lily, Logan, Lucas, Luke, Madison, Michaela, Mason, Matthew, Mia, Michael, Nathan, Natalie, Nevaeh, Nicholas, Noah, Olivia, Owen, Riley, Ryan, Samantha, Samuel, Sarah, Savannah, Sophia, Taylor, Tyler, Victoria, William, Zoe, Zoe. Something snapped inside me. I ran to the park across the street and sat down on a bench and cried. I hate feeling sorry for myself. A woman who ran one of the flea market booths had noticed me take off. She followed me to make sure I was okay. She was 68 years old. 24,843 days old, actually. And she really seemed to care about me. Maybe she was just looking to distract me. But she asked if she could draw me. Sure, I said, and I went with her back to her booth and sat in her green folding beach chair. For an hour or so, she drew me with charcoal. And all the while, she asked me about myself in a way nobody ever had. When she was done, she showed me my portrait. It didn't pander. She then asked me to switch places and draw her, which I did. And that's the day I became an artist. Nobody blames an artist for noticing stuff.
Radiation. 2 years ago this April, I held my 40th birthday brunch on the back deck. It was sunny and just warm enough outside that if all my friends wore down vests and my wife Lucy supplied a few blankets.